In this video, I wanted to do a paint study, just like the one I did with the brushstroke portrait. Whenever I sit down and do this type of paintings, I'm not looking for refinement. I'm just looking for a way to be a little bit faster and less picky with my paintings. Efficient wise, it helps a lot because it pushes you to skip the details and just focus on the big picture. So I have a picture here of some flowers, and I decided to see how to go with this. Excuse me, I have a little sore throat being sick, but I'm here. So yeah, I wanted to do a rough sketch of the flowers. As you can see, I'm not following exactly the photo that I have, just because I want to be more expressive. Like I said, that picture that I have is just a guide for me to have it there. I'm not planning, well, I wasn't planning when I started painting these flowers to be specific. There are some elements that I add, there are some elements that I took away, but I wanted to be as fast as I could, but still having the complete painting once I finish with this study. So what I did first was, I'm working with acrylics. I didn't even work in oils with this one. So I killed the white with raw sienna, watered it down, so it's just the background is not white, like completely white. And then I started placing the green elements. I used a lot of greens because I was planning to do the background red. After I did the red, I started with magenta and then I did red, and I didn't like the red. It was too red for me. So I went back to the magenta. Again, I watered it down and let it drip. I'm still learning working with drips. I'm not sure if I am a fan of the drips, but I left them there. I just let the painting do its thing. So I went back with the raw sienna and I started placing the darkest points, because then I will go on top with opaque colors. I'm working here and there loosely. I'm not focusing on one point just yet. And it's just because, like I said, I still wanted to give it that abstract look. Actually, this was a class that I watched online, and I know that flowers are not my forte. I love painting portraits, I love painting animals, but then I like to add some flower elements to my paintings, and I think this exercise, this study will help me a lot. It did help me. I learned a lot. Even though I didn't dwell on small details or being really picky, like I said, I was following along, and I learned a lot. I did. I learned that I have to do a lot of flowers before my flowers actually look like they're flowers. I mean, you're gonna know they're flowers because they're there, but I don't have the realism that I want on my final paintings, which I wish. But It's just practice, and that is why I did this painting. I didn't plan to post it at first, but I will post it. That's why I'm doing the voiceover, because not every single painting that you paint, not every single thing that you do will come as planned, will go or will look 100% as you want it. Like I said, this was a really loose exercise, and it taught me a lot. I did this painting, I finished it, I think, in 2 hours or so. I didn't even get up from my seat because I wanted to just push myself to paint flowers. I'm not a still life painter, and even though I'm using a picture, which is way easier than drawing exactly for life, I like to push myself, and this one was a learning. I steal backgrounds. I don't know why my backgrounds are not. I'm never content with my backgrounds. So then I kept using pinks and whites and yellows, and I don't know. I still don't quite like the background. So as you can see, I just keep going back and forth, trying to fix it. But anyway, so yeah, I just kept going. The background was driving me crazy. Anyway, I went back with the browns. I realized that I used grayish blue on the flowers, and I didn't really like it, even though I was looking at the darks on the flowers that I had, on the picture that I have. And then I don't know, I like the dimension because the colors were different colors. And then I went with red, still figuring out how to do these flowers. At this point, I was really frustrated with this painting because, like I said, sometimes I sit down and do a painting and I love it from the beginning, but this one took a while to actually come together. In here, I started to work with opaques, still trying to give the flowers actually, so they actually look like flowers. And now that I'm doing this voiceover, I see that it wasn't that bad at this point. But I was really frustrated because for me, it wasn't working. Sometimes you, as an artist, you want to show the best that you can do, and you forget that everything is a process, everything is a learning. And to be honest, I wish I had stopped at this point, at least with the flower on the front, because I like, now that I see it, like I'm saying, I like how it's turning, but I didn't. You will see soon. So my point is that I like to show my best paintings, because obviously it's like you want to show everybody your best, but then you realize that, or you don't realize that at the end of the day, we're humans, and everything is a new process. Everything is, we need to learn, we need to keep growing, and sometimes it's hard for us to put up on the spot, for us as aspiring artists, and we just show the best that we do. So I wanted to take a step back and show that not every single one of my paintings are great. You can go through my videos and see that I'm still learning. Portraits, yes, they tend to should be better. They tend to, the finished product, it's way better. I don't know why. And because I like to include floral elements on my paintings, this quick study was great for me. I think I learned what to do and what not to do, and what works for me, what doesn't work for me. Maybe I will keep adding flowers on my portraits. I like to combine elements with my portraits. I like leaves, animals. But then I know for a fact that flowers are not my strongest suit, and that is why I'm putting myself out there in front of all of you. For the baby breath, I just grab a brown brush and start just stamping it on the background. Maybe this is one of the cases that show you and let you know that do not overwork anything. I wish I left the flowers like they are right now, and I didn't. I kept working on it, and now that I see it was a mistake, I should have let it like just like that. And then the eucalyptus, I just placed them myself. They're not on the original photo that I have. And I kept working on the flowers. I still think that was a mistake, but like I said, you learn. I was tired of painting. I pushed myself to finish this painting because I can spend hours painting a portrait and I will not care. It will not bother me. But for this one, I had to master patience, a lot of patience. And yeah, I just kept placing elements here and there, not trying to make it as realistic as possible because that was not my first intention. It wasn't meant to be realistic in the first place. And then I keep going back and forth with white and greens and try to kind of finish it better and put it together better. So yeah, it was a challenge, this one, definitely. Will I paint it again? Yes, I will keep painting flowers because that's the element I know I need to work on. So yeah, it's just know your weaknesses and keep working towards refinement. Keep working towards your goal. And yeah, don't give up because it's a process. It is a process. I'm not by any means a master of what I do, but I really try, and I wanted to show that is a process. Everything is a learning process. So yeah, I'm talking too much. Thank you so much for being here, and hope to see you in the next video.